This video contains gratuitous use of profanity and uncomfortable pauses to compensate for lack of professionalism and original thought. Viewer discretion advised.
Sometimes shit happens, someone has to deal with it, and who are you going to call?
Hey guys, I know I'm supposed to be videoing face down, but I'm gonna walk face down, and we're about halfway between Chiang Mai. Well, actually, we're halfway through the first set of mountains on the way to Chiang Rai, stopped at the hot springs here. You can see a gentleman over there boiling some eggs. You know, you buy some eggs from these people behind me, and or any of these shops, they will sell them. And then you put them in the basket, put them in the water, and boil away. And I'm not going to do it now because my eyeball is hurting and my back is spasming. But off to the right, way back here, there's some little wheelchair accessible paths, lots of little flowers and little ponds and stuff. And it's quite pretty. And then there's also individual rooms that you can rent with a little bath in it. And there's where we're at. All kinds of shops. A minute ago, I stuck my hand in this pool, and I didn't even last a half a second. I got down to like my first knuckles. Put my hand straight down and pulled my hand out. That's how freaking hot it is. But like I say, they got all kinds of shops, all kinds of your normal paraphernalia, even a 7. Pretty nice. Been here a few times. Boiled some eggs, boiled some quail eggs, boiled some chicken eggs. Sat way in the back around the corner with Chuck and Paige on one occasion. We've been to a couple other hot springs. Ooh, I know I'm not supposed to be looking forward, but I see some chicken. Anyway, going back to looking at myself, I'm not going to look down because, well, I'm not going to point the camera where it's facing the sky, because when I go, I don't have my screen locked so it stays in one position. So when I move around, it'll go from portrait to landscape, or upside down. So I'm doing it. That's why I'm doing it this way. So let me look. One truck coming, so I'll wait for him or her. I don't know who's in it, but there's some ladies selling some goods. They got eggs and in little baskets. They walk around and they sell some fruit and whatever. And here's a nice little Isuzu. Guy got a comfortable seat in the back. Oops. Should have been filming that. There's the people I was just talking about. But anyway, yeah. To me again. Put that foodie video up this morning, and they got a lot of funny comments. I don't eat. I will if someone's in town and, oh, let's have pizza, or let's go to, such and such a burger or whatever. I can't even remember at the moment. But I'm going to lean at my truck here. But I often get asked what food do I miss? You know, from the States. And a few days ago, I was craving a Costco hot dog. You know, I was just like, man, the hot dogs here generally are not like what I'm used to. So I was craving a Costco dog, you know, $1.50, noisy, people running around doing their shopping, and you know, just kind of organized chaos, and a Coke, you know, sauerkraut, the whole fixins, and for $1.50. I was craving that. I mean, literally thought about, man, that sounds good. And when I go back, I bring my own. There's a local company in Washington State that makes some really good pepperoni, and I always bring back a few pounds of that. It's not cheap, but I just throw it in the freezer, and every once in a while I'll grab one out, throw it on the counter. 10 minutes later, it's ready to go, and tastes great. I like that. But since this morning, it's the 2nd of June, by the way, going from Chiang Mai, where I had my second post-op appointment for my retinal surgery, and then we're like halfway through the first set of mountains, and I needed a break because of the bouncing and all that crap. My eye was just throbbing. I know I'm not supposed to be looking at the camera. I'm supposed to be filming downward, but you know, I'll risk it at this point. But since this morning, I've been craving mashed potatoes. I mean, I want some real mashed potatoes like I used to make. But so if anybody's got some mashed potatoes, bring them. Deliver them. I beg you, deliver them. Because I'm craving mashed potatoes. You're probably thinking, odd craving. Nah, but I got Wagyu steak in my freezer. You know, I mean, I don't want for anything here. Best place to live. For me, anyway. But, yeah. Today I'm craving mashed potatoes. Kind of nutty, huh? Yeah. Just kind of nuts, I would say. Why? I don't know. But I woke up, and an hour later I was thinking, man, I sure could use some mashed potatoes. Hand delivered. All right, man. You guys take it easy. Talk to you later. Bye.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.